You missed. Hey everyone, hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion. You're watching Reptiliatus. In today's video, I figured what I'd do is just feed my Tokay geckos and sort of show you guys how I go about sort of developing a food-motivated relationship with the animals. I know Tokay geckos have this bad repertoire of being super aggressive or defensive and everything, but for today's question of the day, I'd like to ask you guys, would you ever own a Tokay gecko? Yes or no? Why not? And as always, I'll give your comment a heart, and I'll probably engage in a bit of a conversation with you guys. So let me know in the comment section down below. Awesome. A lot of you guys asked me, oh, okay, like, it's so cool that you can do this with your Tokay geckos, but how? Because my animals are so afraid of me and they don't come out when I want to feed them. So in today's video, I figured I'd sort of debunk that and show you guys. We're going to need a pair of tongs, ideally rubber tipped ones. The ones I have are really worn out and I can't even hold crickets or superworms with them, so we're going to use these carefully, but I do have some on order. This is to protect the animal's mouth from biting hard metal. So, especially Tokays, they're very aggressive when they grab their food. They're very enthusiastic about eating, so it's better to use rubber tipped tongs, just safer. What we're going to do though is start feeding the animals. Now if you have very shy Tokay geckos, you can't even be thinking about this. Really what you want to focus on first is a few things. First of all, a lot of Tokays are wild caught animals, so you need to first establish if your animal is even eating. I recommend putting food out in a bowl that the prey items can't climb out of, and see if that food is gone the next morning. If it isn't, and this goes on for a few days, you will want to consider a vet visit, and they'll ask for a stool sample, which you'll provide. And if the test comes back positive, which it likely does, your animal probably has some parasites. Once they treat for that with some Panicure or other medication, the animal will probably come round and start eating normally again. And then you can get back to that step. So once you can convince the animal to come out and comfortably eat from a bowl, that's when you stop offering it that way and start offering it this way. Because the animal is now starting to associate, yes, there's a bowl, there's food, I'm comfortable in this home. What you're going to do is, and you have to be very patient about it, you're going to take food on tongs and you're going to sort of just hold it above the area you know your animal sleeps and hangs out. And that's the first step. Eventually they're going to say, hey, I can just climb out, snatch it from the tongs, and from that you're going to start pulling it away. So you're going to lure the animal out into the open, and eventually they're going to recognize that there's no threat to them coming out, exposing themselves, and taking prey that way, if that makes sense. So that's all there is to it. I just do this over and over and over. It's the same as training dogs, as I've come to learn. You see, the repetition is what's key. You keep at it, and you build that relationship with the animal. It doesn't happen overnight. It requires like a great amount of effort. Funny enough, Sappy's here right now. I don't know if you can see her. And that's another relationship I built with an animal through the same method. Hi. You can see her walking around in there because she sees me here and she knows that when I'm around here, it's usually because I want to feed her, but not today, sweetie. Tomorrow. Sorry, she's mad now. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead today and I'm gonna show you guys how I feed these animals. As you've seen in some of my feeding videos, we're gonna feed superworms and also crickets. So we'll do a combination of close-up footage and not. Tiki is out right now. Observe. Hey buddy. You wanna come out? Woo, what a reaction. How you doing, big guy? How you doing? Now, what I've started doing with Tiki is actually trying to get him to climb on. I love how Sappy's just like, what is that? Is getting him to actually climb onto me for food. And this is the next step, I feel, in developing a relationship with this animal, because I really would love to have him be sort of more, I guess, responsive and tame, tolerant of my presence. Because I can go like this, and he's following me, but all right, let's see what we can do then. All right, so watch this, guys. Tiki. Come on, it's up here. Yeah, if you want it, you gotta come for it. Tiki. Come on. And there you go. But now he'll jump off right away. But that's the first step, ladies and gentlemen. You keep doing that, and your animal is going to become more tolerant of you. Now the Tokay twins are in the back, and that's a whole other ball game. For those of you that aren't aware, those are the two offspring to Tiki. I had the intention of like classically conditioning just be hand tame, and I got really busy with my move and other things, and it didn't work out. So we're kind of at square one with these little animals. But I'm going to be trying to put a lot of my focus on Tiki right now. Hey, you want a cricket? Just come out again. Come on. Come out again. Yeah, buddy. Good job. Good job, Tiki. And that's just how it goes. You just gotta keep doing that. So let's keep feeding him like that. See how many times in a session we can get him to climb out onto a hen. Because it's funny to watch. Like, the more you feed them, the less motivated they become to come out. They're like, I don't have to put myself in a position where I'm doing something I'm hesitant to do because I'm full now. And this is another thing I'm doing. I tap the glass before I feed them because I want him to know that if he comes out, he gets food. Tiki. You missed. Good job, buddy. See? He'll probably run away if I touch him. See, he's a little... You're okay. But I want to get him used to me touching him too, right? And I'll also get him to come out of his enclosure sometimes for fun. Oh, nice one, buddy. Yikes. All that's left is that. Can you finish that? Thank you. Good boy, Tiki. So now we're just gonna keep at this. It's gonna keep him coming. Tiki. Up here. Up here. Good boy. And I'll go back to his enclosure because he knows that that's his familiar place. He's a funny boy. Now, if I really want Tiki to come out, there's high value reward. So let's say I want him to come out across my arm. I'm going to use a superworm over a cricket because I know that he's more likely to come out for that. Aren't you? Do you want this? Come on. Yeah, you're almost there already. Good boy. Good boy, Tiki. Oh, in his water dish. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. That way you kind of see how things work. Now for the grand finale, I think I'm going to throw a bunch of crickets in there and you can watch the Tokay twins eat as well because they're definitely more of a work in progress. Alright, let's throw a few crickets in and see if the Tokay twins show up. Ah, there we go. Hello. No, don't be scared. You guys, sharing is caring. Here's Tiki coming in. Good job, buddy. Oh man, I love these animals. They're hilarious. So guys, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is literally the method I use to train my Tokay geckos. It's... That was my life story. Literally. Literally my life story. But yeah, honestly, I just keep at it. It's the persistence. constantly working on making that animal tolerant and comfortable around myself and the tongs by extension. You work on this, and I think you can easily develop the exact same relationship you see between Tiki and I. This animal and I, we've also been working on this relationship for a long time. He'll be 6 years old in November, so keep that in mind as well. But yeah, and I do really want to stress the importance of making sure that if you have a pet Tokay gecko that you just purchased at a pet store, you look into a vet visit. I'm telling you, things have changed a little since they've gone CITES Appendix 2, but Tokay geckos, for the most part, are still wild caught, collected if you have them in the hobby. Tiki was captive bred, but it makes the world's difference between captive bred and wild caught. These animals come in really rough shape, and the really important thing to do is first focus on rehydration, so offering water to your animal, and getting them to a vet to be given a fecal. You really want to take that wild caught Tokay to a vet to get a fecal examination and make sure that they're not loaded with parasites, because that will inhibit the animal's desire to eat, and they will decline or fail very quickly thereafter. So make sure you get them treated for parasites, and you'll be working with the world's difference as far as a Tokay goes. They'll be in so much better shape. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did, and let me know in the comment section what you thought. Well guys, without further ado, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the Tokay gecko content, definitely feel free to check out my Tokay gecko playlist up above. I also have a Taming Tokay gecko playlist, which you can find on my main channel. So yeah, without further ado, I look forward to seeing you guys in another video again soon. Take care.